Welcome back, folks, to Metroid Fusion here on the Heavy Base X channel. Carrying on where we last left off, we're done with Sector 1. We're done with the SR388 environment. The reason I'm doing this is because we're showing off where we're going next. And where we're going next is quite simple. We're going to be heading off towards, and we should get something here. The stabilizers are online, which means the area is free, but the X have fled to other sectors. In particular, the sector we're heading to Sector 2, the Tropics. Oh yeah, Sector 2 is interesting because it is basically the Tropics. Tropical habitat shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this via the sector with the help. Oh god, it's the unperceived saboteur. He or it may be in Tro now. Why are we going over there again? Because we're Samus Aran and we're brave as hell, but we're also underpowered! Oh, I can definitely see why there's a horror fucking aspects to this one. Oh yeah, face off against an evil fucking thing that literally has all your fucking weapons. Sure! Why the fuck not? Game is brave, I'll definitely tell you that right now. So, another close encounter. So basically she turns to Adam Malkovich. Even though he probably objectified her and gave her permission for Metroid Other M, this game in particular shows off that it does actually give some character development, and how Sakamoto ruined that development by Other M in terms of the plot. Anyway, see this here? You globe links? This is where we're heading off to, the green sector now. Moving on down here to the Tropics. I like the name Tropics. Anyway, moving on, we got our mission objective right here, as it were. So, you're probably seeing is that there seems to be nothing here at the moment. So, learn of the identity of the saboteur. Yes, as I said before, it's an X mimicking you at full power. It is now called the SAX, and it's still fucking creepy. So, the SAX came from the... Yeah, I should have known. Who's to blame for this one? Why, simply, it'd be the idiots who patch your power suit pieces. Duh, after those power suit... Oh, I used a power load, no wonder it escaped. And then basically caused all sorts of hell. That might be the reason why. Breach the capsules containing all the X that started these... Yeah, I should have known it was all scientific bollocks. Anyway, the problem with the SAX is quite simple. You cannot kill it. It is too powerful, and thanks to the Metroid vaccine that you have inside you, you're now susceptible to Ice Beam. The SAX, for instance, will be packing Ice Beam, constant. Ice Beam on top of Plasma Beam, Wave Beam, and practically everything else. Which is a problem, because it will kill you instantaneously as you are. It just repeats exactly with it. But there is only one way to do so, and that is to get the data. See how small the map is initially? Ignore the small bit of the map. That is not the entirety of the map. As you probably saw most of the space station, a lot of the map is actually green. Pink is showing you what you're supposed to see. So, it gives us a new objective, but we now gotta find safety locks. See those locks up there? See on the top right? Was that level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 locks? Yeah, it's now time to unlock the first hatch. So, it is not marked on the map because, well, you know, they want people to go find this shit. Instead of just marking it otherwise. Moving on down here, let's save, because we're going to be here for a bit. Sector 2 is pretty big, actually. Depends on where you're doing. So, we get through that. Right, SAX-2 is infested with these slug thingies. Give you a little bit of a warning now. They will evolve. You remember the whole freaking Pokemon concept? Pokemon, it's like bug, slug, cocoon, weird what the fuck creature thingy. Yeah, same thing applies here. They will evolve over time. Although not much time will be given. Anyway, they also do damage, remember. You are horribly, horribly weak. and that you can only take so many hits. You can't go through the blue door here. The blue door's kind of simple. However, we just go through where we can do. And we can hurt these things. Effectively. And we just carry on from that one, like here. Moving on to the next one. Right. This is where we need to go. The security room is actually right around this area. So you may want to pay attention. You can't get into the entranceway, that's the blue. However, this is the easiest one of the four that we can get our hands on. And we finally arrive at our security room, and we've unlocked level 1 security through the blue hatches. Now we can go through all blue hatches, which is really important here. Indeed, it is really important. So, let's head towards that data room and get some goodies. Because we're gonna need some goodies, because we're gonna be fucking buggered if we're not. Let's get this one out of the way, and then get back this way, head this way. Right. Time to head down. Head through this door here. Yeah, probably not find much in this room. You're right, it probably is not. However, I've spotted a little flaw on the plans, like so. Problem is though, we haven't got an item that is necessary to do extra shit. So keep that in mind. Not the guy, not David, obviously, but just keep that in mind. We'll come back here later. Anyway, moving on down to this left part of the room. Okay, let's see. Do that. Do this. We go through here, and we got some more creatures here. Yeah, these guys are annoying. Right, head towards the data room here, like so, and go into the data. Get our next upgrade. Mothball bombs are bomb data. Yes, we can now go ahead and do traditional Metroid shit. And so what the fuck was that? That didn't sound good. Oh, that did not sound good at all. I've got a bad feeling about this one. You know, they don't have to make this thing fucking simple, right? Of course, so here's your next missile pack. This is like our 10th one, taking our... Technically, it's our 8th missile upgrade, and the door's been destroyed. Well, that's us fucked. We can't go back the way we came. You know, that would have been very tempted, but... It's a Metroid game, they just have to make things unnecessarily complicated anyway. Moving on to another area of the whole bloody thing. Like so. This is a save room here. How to go inside here and save? Well, we need to here because effectively, technically, we could count this as an episode, but we will not count this as an episode. We got more to do. So, we got tons to do. Also, we need some upgrades fast. I don't like our jumping ability. That's the one thing I do not like at the moment. You can't jump there no matter what. Well, you can. It's just not gonna take. It's gonna be. There's nothing here. Just want to pay no attention. There is nothing here. You can't do anything about that. Only way to go to is down. And that's all. That's all you have to do is just go down, and we can just start killing enemies there. Basically, the beam here is a combination of the long beam, which showed up in frickin', you know, which of course showed up in the original. Although I still think it's kind of useless. Anyway, this is dangerous bit here. Technically, you can take 2 down for the price of 1, should you want to. Like, go. And we could just do that. It's a good strategy, but I don't recommend it. It's tricky. That's all. Very fucking tricky. And they fucking speed up when they see you. So that's the problem right there. Boom, there you go. And now we're at the. Now we've just gone. This is a one-way trip, by the way. We can't come back here. Now we're on to another part. It seems we're going outside habitat rules here. Ah, here we go. More jungle. Just what the doctor ordered. Not really. Not really. It kind of sucked. Oh yeah, giant enemies now. Susceptible to missile attacks. They also, if you hit them, they will hit back with spikes. They will do damage. You should pay attention as well. Let's jump through this one again. Just killing enemies here. Right, here, you want to pay attention. Quite a bit. blue slug creatures take a fuck ton of hits to kill. And you can just blitz them with enemies, but they do drop some good rewards. Especially full restore X-Parasites, the red ones. The red ones do nothing when you have tons of health. This is a secret missile package here. I believe this is our next one. 55, that's our 9th one. Taking our upgrade to 55 tiles. See, we need in these games, we need a lot of missiles. We do need a lot of missiles. This is how freaking Metroid works. If you haven't got enough missiles, you just need to go home. That's the interesting part. Right, moving on. Start killing these enemies. Since we can't jump high, we can't normally jump high in a Metroid game. That's the problem. Because of this, we tend to struggle. But that's kind of where the solution lies. There's got to be a better upgrade than this coming up. Right, we get some easy access over here. Unfortunately, I just get hit. We're just like, you go here, it's another save over here. Of course. I mean, it's what I'm doing. Save here, because there's going to be quite a few things to do. Moving on. Let's do this. Next up, more enemies. Just start killing them, I guess. Is that what it is basically? So, I'm in the mood for not killing things today. How can it be justifiable? Well, something like that anyway. This tall chamber is a bit confusing where to go when you realize it. The things you cannot do in this area. Go to high chambers. What you're supposed to do is head down here. You go up against the enemy here. Kill him. Head fully towards the thing. This is pretty much stopped. You manage to get health by taking it down. Damn it. That's the problem with the X's. They tend to fast spawn. They do that. Yeah, you can definitely see why it's not a good idea to start killing enemies or take the X's instantly, because they will fucking respawn. When they respawn, no problems. Right, in this particular chamber, don't go down. Whatever you do, don't go down. It's not a good idea. Really, it's not. It's a shit idea. Because there's literally nowhere to go. Quite literally, nowhere to go. Right, that safe room doesn't mean much. In fact, keep an eye on where we are at the moment. We should be getting in yeah, ooh! Energy tank! Good! Yeah, free energy! I like the way this sounds. Okay. You may want to consider saving, because we're going to be facing a boss. Just want to make sure we're actually heading the right way, of course. Yeah, I'm just debating, where the fuck do we go? It's been a while since I've played this, so I have no idea where the fucking boss is. There is a boss we have to kill, and the upgrade that we get from him is fucking vital, because we can get the fuck out of here, essentially. And that's what we do. We need his upgrade to get out of here. Because otherwise we're gonna be in trouble. If we're not, because the SAX is in the sector. It hasn't decided to choose its time. Right. The way forward is to go back from the chamber we were in and head towards here. We find ourselves right here again. Just do what you do against the door guardians. Pop 3 regular missiles into it and avoid these attacks. Quite simple. And that's basically it. Right. Boss time! It's boss time. It's our next enemy. This is the Cyclops. It is an enemy that basically attacks by high jumping, and then basically when it gives you a position like this, it descends towards you. Your objective, you can easily kill it by just basically launch missiles up upon its opening like so, and hitting its exposed eye from that. You need to launch a few missiles at it in order to break its composition, but this is an easy boss. You just need time. You just need to time everything here. And if it shrinks down to this form here, very low form, this is where it gets interesting. You just want to do one missile because you don't want to get hit by this thing. You don't want to really. And then once you hit this thing with enough missiles, believe me, you do enough. It reverts back to a Core X. A Core X that you need to hit missiles with. This is an easy one. as I mentioned before, you just rely on your jumping skills, your timing, and everything else. Just hit it with one more muscle, I believe, and it's dead. And it's cracked. And we get ourselves a new ability. We not only get the high jump boots back, but we also get the spring ball ability, or as it now is called, the jump ball. It's very effective. I prefer the jump ball than the spring ball, because the spring ball is just like boing, but the jump ball's better. And there's no more high jump boots. It's just called high jump. Basically, it's just you jump fucking higher than usual. But this is a big room, big realm, and there's things to do here. So we're gonna end it off here because we actually got our next ability. But I believe we'll have to head out of Sector 2 next, because there are things to do. And we need to do them immediately. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.